All right, so let's say that you call up your broker dealer and you ask them for a quote on a stock. And let's say you choose Apple, for example. So you want a quote on Apple, symbol AAPL. They're going to say to you, Apple was last traded at $100, for example. And that is the last traded price. So we do not know actually what price you're going to get when you place an order. But we can kind of use what we call the bid and the ask in order to determine approximately what you will pay. And so the bid and the ask, they are used in order to identify the highest price someone's willing to pay to buy, which is the bid, and the lowest price someone's willing to sell their shares for, which is the ask. So the lowest price someone's willing to accept. And so just to recap that, the bid, that's the highest price someone's willing to pay to buy shares. And the ask, that is the lowest price someone right now is willing to accept for their shares. So the lowest price someone's willing to sell their shares for. And so just to cover that one more time, bid, buy, ask, sell. All right. And then so, of course, there is the inside quote, which is the bid and the ask. So that's the highest price someone's willing to pay and the lowest price someone's willing to sell it for. But just know that there's lots of other prices out there that people are willing to pay and sell for. It's just not the inside quote, which is the one that you will get quoted. And so if we just do a quick example, so let's say you go to the market and you walk up to a stand, for instance, and you go up to them and you say, I am willing to sell my 100 shares at $3. Of course, they're going to look at you and they're going to evaluate that offer and they're going to say, sorry, sir, this is a Wendy's. Ha 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 ha. Just kidding. Just kidding. And so let's see. And so instead of this is a Wendy's, so let's scratch that out. And let's say they actually give a real counteroffer, which could be for instance, I would be willing to sell my 100 shares at $5. And please ignore that dollar sign next to the 100 that was misplaced. And so if they're willing to sell their 100 shares at $5, no business is going to be done here because you're the bid. You're willing to sell yours at 100 shares at 3, and they're the ask. They're only going to accept $5 or better for their shares. So unless there's compromise, either them coming down to $3 or you going up to $5 or something in between, no business is going to be done here. So there has to be some kind of compromise for there to be a sale. So let's say the person buying is willing to go up to $5, then the person selling is going to be happy because now that hit their price. So now, the deal is going to be done. You're going to sell your shares for 5, or no, he's going to sell his shares for 5. You're going to buy them for 5. So, and that's how shares are sold there. And so if we look at a real example, so this is a screenshot from Street Smart Edge. It's a trading platform through Charles Schwab. We have Amazon pulled up here. So symbol AMZN, that's Amazon.com Inc. We can see here that this is not moving. Normally, if it's not a screenshot, this will actually be constantly changing. But to make it simpler, it's a screenshot. They closed, so this is actually an extended hours quote. The price of Amazon closed today at $3,089.49, which I just highlighted for you. And that's down. You can see it in red, $24.10. So it closed lower than it opened, $24.10. So the price is lower than when it opened. And you can see directly underneath that, it says minus 2.51 in red. So that means since it closed in the extended hours trading session, the last trade was 2.51 less than the closing price. So not a fun day for Amazon, but you'll see the last traded price was 3,086.98. I just arrowed that. that's the last traded price in the extended hours. And so you can see the current bid is 3,085.46, which is the highest price someone's willing to pay for it right now. And the current ask is 3,088.5. That's the lowest someone will accept for their shares at this moment. And of course, there's other shares at different prices, but that's the inside quote. So highest price someone's willing to pay, lowest price someone's willing to sell it for. And you can see the size here. That's 100 shares at the bid and 100 shares at the ask. So that means that there's only 100 shares at that quote. So if it's if you, let's say, spend or buy more than 100 shares or sell more than 100 shares, it'll be a different price for the next best price after those 100 shares. And of course here the spread is $3.04. So that's the difference between the bid and the ask right now.